G'day, welcome back to Duckzorly Gaming and episode 10 of our Let's Play series on the Valley of the Old Farm, a map by Black Sheep Modding. So, as you can see, it's an early start for us this morning. We're just in preparation to go and harvest our first field. So we got up before dawn and did our checks on the combine and got all that ready. And now we've just got the Massey and the trailer ready to go, and we're just going to head over to our field 62, which is the first field we're going to bring in today. And then field number two is also ready. Now it's on the first state of readiness, but we're going to harvest it anyway just so we can get things moving. So in the meantime, we'll just park this guy here and we'll head on over here and we'll get in the combine and we'll get this field harvested. Okay. Oh, actually, no, we're not going to do that because I've just remembered we have a wet field. We had a bit of rain overnight. So we're not going to do that right away. So what are we going to do in the interim? Let's have a look. We have got another... We have got some more grass that can be mown, but I'm not going to do that to you today. Actually, what we could do is, while we're waiting, I could actually pre-position the big A over there. Actually, no, let's take the New Holland with the pottingers. We'll go position him over near the fields, and then we'll just come back when by the time we got over there, it should almost be time for the crop should almost be dry by then, I mean. So let's head over there and do that. A bit of a shortcut through here. Alright, so I hope you're having a wonderful day. And all your family, friends, loved ones, all that are all well. Nothing really much has changed here. We're recording this still on the 16th of January. We've got a few episodes recorded the last couple of days. I'm going to stockpile them up and get them out so as we can. We've got a lot of things coming up, real life wise. Getting back into work, and our son getting back into his soccer training, the girls back to school, and the son back to school, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we'll just get a few prepped up, and then that way it takes a bit of pressure off as we've got some bit of leeway, bit of working room. Lovely visuals of a morning with the colours and all that they're in the game. I say this every time, but it doesn't let me down. I do sort of enjoy seeing all the different variations of colour for the various times of day. It's wonderful. See, like out there, quite scenic. As long as I don't run off the road. Wonderful view there, isn't it? Alright, so the other thing we've been doing is been playing a little bit of PUBG of late. Moved from the Oceanic server to the NA server. The amount of cheat or hacking that's going on in the Oceanic server is just ridiculous. I mean, look, I'm no legend at the game, I'm not brilliant at the game. But I tell you, it's the amount of dubious deaths you have to some of them with the standard Chinese names, Yao Ping, all those sort of things. It just gets a bit ridiculous. So I've been in the NA server, doing reasonably well. Cracked the top 4%, I think it is now on the leaderboard. Certainly doesn't seem to be having the same amount of problems with perceived hacking that we were on the other one. So I'm toying up whether we start recording some of those games. We'll see how we go. Delta Bravo from Delta Bravo Productions. He made a mention a couple of times about us playing together in PUBG and then also possibly in Civ 6. So we might do that. We might just arrange a time where we can both sort of get on and do some recording for those. But in the meantime, we'll still do our Farming Simulator 17 stuff. Alright, let's go back over here to the farm. We'll accelerate time a little bit just so we can get this this crop dried out. And of course, it's just not going to do it quickly, is it? It's like watching grass grow. I hadn't noticed that actually. It's showing 100% ready. Oh, that's alright. That's right. It's alright. Don't think, just play. Oh wait, we'll head over here. This field over here, field 60, has got its corn well and truly growing now. Looks good. It's a lovely border to be driving by when you're coming up and down the lane. Alright, let's skip time a bit more. We're not going to wait around. Maybe we are. So we didn't need an early start after all. There we go. Alright, let's get started. Alright, away we go. Let's see if we are... Yes, good. Alright. So the first field going to be harvested now for this series and this map. So get our first wheat field in and hopefully we can start making some money. We can sell these crops directly pretty much because we've got nothing else to really use them for. We want to start getting our money up for to buy some sheep. Now I've only just noticed we're at $4,000 and I'm not sure why or where we use that money. So I don't know what's happened there. Anyway, that's alright. We'll have to I'll check the finances a little bit later on and we'll see what happened. I don't remember buying anything other than the trailer. We bought that second-hand Crone trailer, but that was only like $5,000 and we had, I don't know, I think we had 30,000 in the bank or something at some stage. But anyway, alright, we'll deal with it. So a bit different using this harvester than the one I'm normally using, which is one of Stevie's mods, one of the modded New Hollands as the Caterpillar. Yeah, a lot smaller header, smaller capacity and a lot slower. So we're harvesting at 9Ks as opposed to our normal, I think it does 19K or something, the other one. But it's all part and parcel of it. Alright. We might do 2 header rows and then we might just put him on no, we're going to harvest it on ourselves. We're not going to put him on a hired hand. We'll just do this one ourselves. So I've had an interesting day today. I've had a condenser clothes dryer that has been faulty for a while, and it's we had a technician come and had a look at a fridge. Now I'm saying that I'm a technician by trade myself, but anyway, a technician come look at one of our fridges, which was dying, and he basically said it was dead and beyond economical repair, which is fine. But then the same time we said, oh look, can you have a look at the dryer and just see? And basically he said to us, oh look, it could be the motor or whatever else. It's probably not worth really looking at. So we sort of took him on face value. He's a pretty good bloke, and thought, all right, well, no worries. That's the dryer. So we ended up we'd bought another dryer anyway, a cheaper one, and so we've been using that one. So that's not a problem, but it was irking me. And today I was sitting down and I thought, no, bugger this. There's got to be something I can do. I'm going to have a look at it and see whether, number one, I'm going to throw it out or whether I can sort of repair it. Anyway, got a couple of videos, because the hardest part was working out how to get into it without a maintenance manual, because some of these things are built in such a way that you've got to take the right screw out at the right time, or else you can bugger it, all that sort of stuff. So I had previously had a look at it and couldn't work out how to get to where the motor and everything was, so I just left it. But anyway, so I found a video today on YouTube, and it was the same version, or very similar, same chassis version and everything as ours. So I watched that and went in there, and lo and behold, yeah, it's just the drive belt has snapped. So we rang up the supplier and have ordered a drive belt, and should be here in a couple of days. So I'll be fixing that. So I should be back in the good books a little bit more with the missus. So now she'll have 2 dryers to use, and having 3 kids in the family, that can be a bonus sometimes. So yeah, been a bit busy, a little bit enterprising. So yeah, a good day and all. All right. So obviously what we'll do is we'll get the Vermeer, and we'll rake up the straw, and then we'll collect it. We might bale it actually. Probably easiest. We'll probably just bale it up and then store it in the bale store, and then keep an eye on the pricing. And then when we've got a good price for straw, we might just sell it off. So we'll see how much we can get for it. Oh, pedals don't seem to be responding quite as quickly as I like them to. I tell you, having I've said it before, having the steering wheel is a huge improvement and a big change to the way you play this game. In many different ways, but it is very, very good. Certainly good for you guys as viewers, because you're not seeing rapid and twitchy turning and all that sort of stuff. When the pedals don't want to react, so basically to get this into reverse, you've got to release the accelerator panel, and then it's got to have enough time for it to acknowledge the fact that it's done that before it goes into, basically puts itself into neutral. As we weren't watching that, okay. Yeah, so sometimes the transition is quite delayed, and it's a bit of a pain sometimes. Anyway, that's alright. So we'll unload. That's if the pipe goes over the trailer, which it does. Now it's only a very small trailer, this one. I think it's only got an 8,000 litre capacity. Let's have a quick look while we're offloading. Tippers. 10,000 litre. So it'll take one of the bit loads from the combine. Alright, back in we go again. Wiped out a little bit of the crop, but that's okay. Not enough to really worry about. So we're going to get probably, what have we got, about 20,000 litres, I guess, out of this, the wheat. So now we haven't got any seed masters, so we're not going to be having any produce seeds as far as I'm aware. So we might have to look at what we're going to do in that regard, because it is quite a costly component buying our seed. So one of the things we might have to look at buying is a seed master if we can, or something similar. Other than that, we'd have to make a lot of money, so we have to sell a lot of stuff. That's okay. We can we'll work our way around it at some stage, and that's part and parcel of the challenge of playing in this sort of career mode, I guess, is making sure you don't go bust and you do everything as effectively and fiscally responsibly as you can. Alright, only a couple more rows to go now. Probably going to be a bit shy of 20,000, probably more like 15,000 in wheat. And then we've got to go all the way over to field number 2 and bring that crop in. Ideally, once we have got some money aside, we'll have some equipment over the other side of the map, so we don't have to transport all across, because we haven't got anything in the way of a transport truck or anything, and trailer to transport the harvester over there. So we'd have to drive, going to have to drive that all the way over, along with everything else. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Actually, I should be able to just take the tipper trailer in with this. The only problem is obviously I then going to have to offload it at some point, so we don't want to be driving the trailer back to the sale point or back to the farm with the harvester. We're going to need a tractor over there anyway. So might just take the truck over, actually take the Mercedes over, and then we can offload into the Mercedes and the trailer. And that might be enough for that field. So we'll see. That's what we'll do. We'll take the truck and the trailer over. We'll take the crone trailer over and see what we can do with that. Apologies if I'm doing a bit of rambling commentary. I haven't really got a lot to commentate on other than like just what we're doing to really speak about today. So just going to let our actions do all the talking, I think, and just just sit back and relax and enjoy the gameplay, I guess. So as you can see in the forecast, another 4 days of autumn to go, and then we've got our winter cycle, and you can already see the 3rd day of winter we have snow forecast. So that'll be interesting. We'll be straight into the adverse weather, probably very similar to what the US and that's going through at the moment with their bitter cold snap that they've had, and that's been terrible. So I hope everyone over there is dealing with it as best they can. But yeah, the pictures, I mean, it's funny in a way. We're struggling over here through torrid heat conditions, and you guys are struggling through torrid cold weather. So I mean, it is what it is. We know that, but normally sort of one will be having an extreme weather event, and the others will be just sort of going along normally. But one side of the world is going through extreme cold, while the other side is going through extreme heat. So yeah. Anyway, don't get me started on weather, because we might start talking about global warming and all that sort of rubbish, and I'm not going to get started into that. So we'll just end that subject right there. Alright, so this should be pretty much the last cut for field number 62. And then we'll get the tractor on the Vermeer and we'll rake it all up, bale it all up, and then that'll be that field done, pretty much. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to be about 14,000, 15,000, thereabouts, probably a bit less. That's okay. Alright. So we'll head up here, we'll offload, and then park him ready to go over to the other field. Actually, first thing I've got to do is unload the trailer. So I'll just leave him running there. Quickly go around. Offload this into the silos, or the storage in the farm. I do love this farmhouse design. I think it's ingenious. Not that I'm going to be using it, but like the upper loft and that for the bales, the whole idea, it's just fantastic. I mean, I might end up using that for storage for equipment, tractors. But it's just a wonderful, unique layout. I say unique, it's not unique in the fact that I guess that there are places like this around the world. But unique in the fact that we haven't seen it in game yet until this point. Well, as far as I'm aware, anyway. So I'm assuming it's a custom built one by Black Sheep Modding. So, but yeah, anyway, all good. All right, so we'll go and dump this second lot off. But before I do that, I'll just we'll turn off the combine and park him away. I'll just park him over here to the right hand side. Alright. Shut him down. Offload this, and then we'll come back and we'll tether up the field, and then we'll bale it. And that'll be a field done in from go to woe pretty much in one episode. Much easier to do it when you're using a smaller field though, isn't it? Alright. Away we go. As well, as we got caught in the brick wall there. As Jerry had said in an episode recently, I'm too getting a lot of this pausing since the last Giants update. I don't think it's map centric. I certainly think it's something to do with the new engine. Now the case shouldn't be an issue, but in saying that, that may still be part of it. But there's definitely something else that's causing these issues for sure. But we'll just continue on unabated and just forget about it, basically. Alright. So I'll quickly go around, get all this raked, and then bale it and we'll be right. Oh. Why is it not collecting that? It's a bit weird. Don't like the fact that the Vermeer's not working properly either. or if it's just to do with the edge of the map, edge of the field, hopefully. It's only working sort of halfway up. Might have to invest in another winnower, a rake. Yeah, it's definitely not performing as expected, that's for sure. Alright, so I don't know whether that's a map problem or it's a mod problem or whether it's a combination thereof, but it's definitely not working as well as what it does with the grass. Then again, maybe because I haven't really used it with straw, maybe it just doesn't work so well with straw, I don't know. So if anyone knows, anyone's used it and found the same problem with straw, then let me know, because at the moment I'm making an absolute mess of this. What's my other options? They are a bit modern, aren't they? Right, let's just do it. So let's, for some reason because of our money, let's borrow 20. We'll Alright, let's buy one modern bit of kit, or more modern bit of kit. Probably not that real modern anyway. Let's borrow 35. And we'll buy the GA9531. And just because of the fact that we're recording and again trying to get this one done, we'll actually bring him over directly. And what we'll do is we'll go and collect him, and then we'll also, at the same time, we're going to find out whether there's a problem with the map itself, with the field, which I very, very highly doubt. I think it might be more the Vermeer for some reason, which is a shame because I do like using that. Anyway, so we'll drop him off there. We'll grab him, and we'll see how we go. So there we go, live we're seeing dramas on the farm. Alright, so yeah, if you have had problems with the Vermeer, please let me know. I don't know whether there's many of you actually use it. I do love it for the grass, it is great. And it hasn't skipped a beat, but obviously as you can see here, it's not done as any real assistance. Okay, it's just more of an embuggerance. Alright. So let's lower this one down. Obviously he's going to give us a lot better coverage, this one, but anyway, we'll see. Yeah, so I don't think it's the map. It definitely has to be the Vermeer, I think. Alright, so we'll continue around. We'll tidy all this up and bring it all in, and then we'll come and bale it. Make sure we can collect all this stuff to the side. Yeah, it definitely has to be something with a Vermeer. Alright, well, so the Vermeer goes away then for now, unless I'm doing grass. I'll only use it for grass on this map, obviously. Which is a shame, as I said. I do like using that one. Anyway, no point using it if it's not going to do what we want it to do. Alright. It's a bit annoying. Sorry, I'm just stewing over the fact it's not doing what I want it to do, as in Brummie. So anyway, we'll move on. Alright, so we're almost finished here. That'll do it. So we'll go around and grab the baler. We'll come bale, and we'll pick up the bales and put them away. And then that will be the episode, I would imagine. Yet again, I've forgotten to put my timer on, so I don't know how long I've been going for. You'd think by now I would have remembered. Now I remember where I put the baler. Pretty sure I'll put it down here again. So I reckon it's early onset Alzheimer's sometimes. I really do have trouble remembering. Alright, where's my baler? This is terrible. There, where is it? Over where I was. Okay. So obviously I'm going blind. Does anyone see it? There it is, right there. Okay. Yep. So definitely must be trying to call it a night. Alright. Okay, off we go. These nice big clumps that I messed up. So I don't think there'll be too many bales from this lot. I don't know, probably what, about 10? Is that about right? We'll see. As I've proven with the grass, my guesstimations for the amount of output we have bale wise has been far from accurate. Okay, now we'll go up and down, follow our rows. Alright, so while we're doing this, I'll just remind you about our two great communities that I'm a part of. The first of which being the Three Dudes Network. The Three Dudes comprises, as the Three Dudes, Eustace Pharmer, Jerry the Grizzly Bear Sims, and Farmer Klein. It's a wonderful community. We have our own multiplayer server that members are free to join in and use at any time of day. It's just a wonderful community where we talk about any sort of nonsensical stuff. It doesn't have to be just gaming, but obviously that's predominantly what we talk about on there. And the second community I'm a part of is the PCSG community. Links to both of these are in the comments down below. And it again is a wonderful community, a bit larger than let's see if we can finish this off. A bit larger than 3 Dudes Gaming. We've been around a little bit longer, I believe. But yeah, so 3 Dudes Gaming, PCSG has the likes of Icelandic Farmer, Wonko, Reefy 1952, Rubber Burner, whole pile of guys over there. They have their own mod repository where the mods are able to be downloaded from PCSG, and all the mods that are on that site, or most of the mods that are on the site, have been independently tested by members of the community, and also you're safe in knowing that when you get a download from PCSG, it won't be ridden with malware or bugs or anything else. So please go check that one out. Okay, so I've offloaded that one. Put the baler there so I forget it next time. Go grab our bales and then we'll put them away and then we'll be done. Very disjointed episode, this one, I think. I apologise for that. But, the me has certainly thrown me. Don't know what's going on with that, but anyway. Alright. So what have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bales, I think we're going to end up with. Okay, that's all the bales picked up. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, so we've got 9 bales. That's alright, not too bad. It's not going to make us a millionaire, but it's a start. Alright. Now, let's just have a look at our seasons menu. So we could actually get in and plant our winter crop in there if we wanted to. I'm not so sure whether we will or not. We may well do so yet. But I think we'll do that after we've harvested the other field. So what we'll do is we'll leave this episode there. I know, again, I apologise for it being a little bit disjointed and the commentary not necessarily being where it should be. But we shall certainly come back and continue on with our harvesting of Field 2, Field 25, and then off camera we'll probably do the get the grass in as well, and we might see if we can make some money through those. Let's have a look at we got wheat. And so wheat's not going to make us a lot of money at the moment. So yeah. All right. What we might have to do is we might have to take a bit more money from the bank and actually, I just see that those are withered. No, 52 is still growing. Okay. Just thought the 52 looked as though it had a withered texture. All right, we might take a couple of extra fields. We'll see how we go. All right. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. We shall see you when we next come back to the Valley of the Old Farm. Thank you for joining us. If you liked the episode, press like. If you disliked it, which I will fully understand from this episode, then please just let me know why. Say, Duck, you're a douche, your commentary sucked, so just shut up and put music on. That's all well and good. Other than that, we'll see you next time at the Valley of the Old Farm, and I'll catch you all in. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.